Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is a breast lift update. If you're new here, I got a breast lift probably, I think it's been about 5 months now. It was just before lockdown happened with, you know, that thing that's going around right now. So yeah, it's been about 5 months since my surgery. To give any new followers a little bit of, you know, a background story, I had a lot of weight loss in the past and I lost about 25 kilos in a year. So from that, obviously going from, you know, losing that amount of weight, and then I breastfed 2 little babies, my lady bits were a bit sad. And obviously that's just my own decision. Everyone's different. You do you. Anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of questions recently on Instagram on how I'm going with it, how's the recovery, am I happy, stuff like that. So I thought I'd pop on and do a quick update for you guys, especially if you're someone as well who is considering, you know, having a breast lift and everything like that. So I'm going to be answering some questions you guys have sent me through on Instagram. If you have any other questions about the surgery, just comment them below and I'll be sure to answer them. Alright, so the first question is, what's the scarring like? So I'll pop some photos next to me as well to show you guys what it looked like last time I shared it. But yeah, it's been 5 months. The scarring is going really, really well. And I honestly forget I've even had a breast lift until I'm having a shower. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had a breast lift like 5 months ago. Yeah, so my surgeon was incredible. It's Dr. PURESTEPHXO from Sydney, and he is just amazing. So I have an anchor scar, so it goes around my nipple, down and then underneath, because I had a lot of excess skin under here. I'm not going to lie, the first couple of weeks, it was mostly my ribs hurt. I never had any pain around my nipples or anything. It was all near my ribs. And it kind of felt like someone punched me in the ribs, and it was really bruised. And I obviously had to sleep upright for 3 or 4 weeks. But now I'm back at the gym. I can do, you know, anything. I've literally forgotten I've had surgery. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I have absolutely no bad things to say about it. Basically, in terms of my scarring and everything, I had, through a phone call and through pictures, I had a meeting with my surgeon. I just took some photos to show him how the scarring is going, about 3 months. And then from there, basically they tell you like, this is the type of treatment we want to do, and just check everything's okay. Obviously because of the current thing happening at the moment, I couldn't actually go to Sydney, but that was fine with me. My surgeon was really happy with how they're going, and it literally has been the most straightforward experience ever. Since the 3-month checkup, which was through the phone call, I basically every few weeks will just send them a picture, just make sure everything's all good. But honestly, everything's been fine. So yeah, next question. What are you using on your scars? So I'm actually using Stratoderm, it's called. So I'm using Stratoderm, and it's like a gel. Before this, I was using Dr. PURESTEPHXO's. He's got his little kit. And then from there, you can kind of alternate. So I'm just using this once to twice a day. And then later on, we can use the silicone tape, which might be next. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they're going. I was worried the scarring was going to make me feel a bit self-conscious, but no one sees that, you know, except for Ryan. So also to clarify, I've only had a breast lift. I didn't get any implants in. I originally wanted to get implants and the lift as well, because I previously, before I had babies and the weight loss, I actually was like a double D. I had quite large breasts, especially for my age. And then obviously with the weight loss and that, it just was like empty skin. I was really self-conscious about it. So I'll quickly show you guys my scars at the moment. So they do have fake tan on them. So that's the scar there. So as you can see, it is literally like just a little bit red. They look amazing. And then that's that side. So that's the scars at the moment. I'm really happy with them. They're just red. So once they turn white, if I do decide to go for the second stage of my surgery, which is the implants or fat grafting, I can do that. How to deal with mum guilt related to surgery. I'd love to, but mum guilt. That was definitely something as to why I did wait until Willow was a bit older. Willow, who's my youngest, she's about 2.5 now. So at the time she was just over 2 years old. She could walk and everything by herself. And Ryan was home as well, but I definitely did have mum guilt a lot. I think in terms of, you know, when you're a mum and you decide to do something for yourself, you're always going to have that guilt. Even though your kids know, you know, you're always there for them, you love them to death, but you definitely will always just get that mum guilt. And I think that's no matter what, if you decide to go out for lunch or you decide to go get your nails done or get a breast lift. You're just going to get that mum guilt. And I think it's just about us being kinder to ourselves. We are always just so tough on ourselves. Even before I had kids, I was an a-hole to myself. So I think for me, it was really telling myself, you know, this is just temporary. In the next few weeks, I'll be back to my fun mum self again. Yeah. Just remember, if this is something that you really want to do and you think it's going to make you happier as a person, not that, you know, your body image should impact the happiness and quality of your life, but if you think that's something that you would really love to do for yourself, I think go for it. Just, you know, make sure you have everything in place. Like I had meals prepped. I made sure I had, you know, enough support around me for that first few weeks. And then by, you know, I think it was like the 3rd week I could lift up Willow. But yeah, it's just, you know, all about being kind to yourself, and your kids aren't going to remember that, you know, 2 weeks that you couldn't jump around in the backyard with them. Do you feel happier and more confident with the lift? I definitely do feel more confident since the lift. I think just knowing that I don't have to worry so much about wearing certain tops and bras because my boobs are going to be saggy and stuff like that. It definitely did help. But as I said, I've always been, you know, content with me as a person because it's not about how you feel on the outside. And I know that kind of doesn't make sense because I've just had surgery, but for me it was just something like I've had my babies, I'm finished now, I've lost the weight years ago, and it was just something for myself. But, you know, you shouldn't let your whole happiness depend on just, you know, how you look on the outside. There's so many different facets that go into it. But, you know, I definitely do feel more confident now that I've had the breast lift. And I don't know, they kind of look like 16-year-old boobs again. How long till you could do light exercise and jogging? So after the surgery, my doctor gave me like an aftercare pamphlet, and it had, you know, different time frames. So I think light jogging was maybe, I think it was like 8 to 12 weeks afterwards, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, obviously you have to wear a proper sports bra from then. But now I'm doing weights again. To go back to full on running and weights and all that type of thing, and like upper body exercise, you have to wait like the full 3 months. And then you just kind of go on how you feel. If it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. But for me, by then I was fine. Even now when I do upper body, I literally just forget about it. When did you transition back to underwire bras? To be honest, the post-op bra was so comfortable, and I actually got used to sleeping in it, because when you have surgery, you have to sleep in the post-op bra for a certain amount of time, and then after that you have to wear it during the day. And then I think by 3 months you can go back to your underwire bra. And because the bra was so comfortable, I didn't really wear an underwire bra until like maybe 6 weeks ago, a month ago. And I was worried it was going to hurt, but it doesn't. Like, it just literally feels normal again. Again, it could be because my surgeon is amazing. I don't know, but yeah, I've had a really good experience with it. Are you back into the gym full time? As I said, yep, full time again. I definitely eased myself into it. I noticed when I did upper body for the first time, my arms were so sore. Like, they were horrendous. I couldn't even move. And it made me realize how, like, because for me, gym's always been a big part of my life for the last 10 years since like the weight loss. It really helps with my anxiety and just my patience as a mum. And then when I obviously couldn't train, especially my upper body, you know, going from not training upper body for so long to going back, I was just so sore. And I felt like I went back to the heavy stuff that I used to lift. I'm like, wait, I can't do that. But honestly, like I'm starting to get like right back to where I could lift before, which is good. Pain score from 1 to 10. I would say it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, for me, I always like to think like it's going to be really bad, and then when it's not, I'm okay. For me, it was more, you know, I found near the end of the day, especially after the first week, I always knew if I overdid it, especially my right side because I'm right-handed. When I was using my arm too much under my, like where my ribs are, would really, really hurt, and I used to have to ice it a lot. Ice packs were my best friend for a few weeks. They really, really helped. I got all of that from Pure U. That's where I got all like my cushions and my post-recovery pack from. And she's really helpful if you do have any questions as well. You can also ask your doctor. But yeah, for me it was the ice pack. But from a 1 to 10, I'd say a 6 maybe. It was more uncomfortable. Like, it was a bit painful, but it was more uncomfortable than anything else, and me worrying that I was going to do something that would damage what they just did. How long did your incisions hurt for, and did you have much bleeding around the nipple? My incisions hurt, again, it was just the bottom ones, and I think it was maximum up to maximum 4 weeks. It was mostly like, yeah, if I did too much or if there was something rubbing on it, that's when it would hurt. But after that, like now I literally don't even feel that they're there, so they're really good. As the scar healing, I also get keloid scars, so I'm nervous. So yeah, I'm someone that keloid scars, for example, my C-section when I had Willow, that's keloid, but this has not. As you guys saw, it hasn't keloided at all. Yeah, so I was really happy with that. I know my surgeon is very good at stitching, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but for me personally, I haven't had any keloid scarring and I always keloid. Would you do it again? Is the pain worth it? 100%. I would do it again. As I said, I didn't think it was that bad and I just feel so much more confident now. And I did have a really good experience, so 100% I would do it again. How much sensation did you lose in your boobs? I have lost none, which it shocked me. I really thought, because obviously they had to cut around my nipple, but literally I felt like it was 2 days later I could feel everything normally again, which was crazy. And again, it could be my surgeon because he's awesome, but everything feels the same for me. Obviously it's going to depend on your circumstance and what needs to be done for you and your own situation, but for me, I can feel everything the same. Hey Steph, what was the total cost of your procedure hospital stay? So the total cost of my procedure for a breast lift, it is a lot more expensive than implants. So my lift was about 20 grand, which yes, it is a lot of money, but I saved up for it, so you know. I know implants are probably like less than half that amount, I'm pretty sure. And the hospital stay, I stayed overnight and then I was out the next day. I had drains in. For me, I only had the drains in for about 24 hours. And then before I left the hospital, they took them out and then I went back to the hotel. The next question is, did you have to get implants to get a lift? So no, I didn't. My surgeon actually advised against me getting implants because my skin was very thin. Obviously from the weight loss and then having like such large breasts to going down, he advised me to not go to implants. And now, honestly, since my lift, I'm so happy with them. I would still like them to be more how they were before, like size-wise, but they're not like empty sacks anymore, so that's good. So for those of you who missed exactly what was going to happen, when I went to my surgeon, he advised me to do a 2-stage breast augmentation. So it was the lift, and then once my scars turned white and healed, so my skin health was better, then put the implants in, and then or not, depends if I was happy with them or not. So at the moment I'm just going to leave it and see how I go, but yeah, definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm really happy with it. I really don't have anything negative to say. Again, do your research because I know a lot of this has to do with my surgeon. I did so much research and I found the best surgeon in the country. And yes, he was a bit more expensive than other surgeons, but for me, I'd rather just save extra and then, you know, it's surgery, it's your body. So I feel like if you can go to the best for a couple of extra, you know, dollars or grand, I would save longer and just wait. Definitely don't skimp on that, especially when it's surgery in your body. So anyways, guys, I hope this video has helped you. If you have any other questions, please comment below and also let me know what you would love to see next week on my channel, and I'll see you then. Bye.